Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. Today we are going to continue our work on this little ruined town here that we started last episode with some ruined houses. So I think we're going to put our first little ruined house right over here because the main road would have gone right through here. So I think the first house is going to go right over here. And continue along to about here. Actually needs to be a few blocks wider. So now what we need to do is we need to bring up the foundation wall here by 3 blocks. And we aren't going to even this out because this way it looks like the ground has shifted and the house has fallen and shifted with it. So now that we have the foundation walls in, we can put in the wall struts. So those are also going to go up by 3. And we'll use dark oak for that because I find that when you strip dark oak, it looks very nice as burnt wood. So now that we have those in, we can work on the roof struts. And for those, we'll use the dark oak wood. And we'll just go up diagonally by 2 for each strut. So because the walls of the house are not even, the struts here and the roof ribs look disjointed or arced. But if these were at the same level, we would have a 2 wide flat section in the middle. So now that we have the skeletal roof in, we can begin the dismantling of the walls. But first, let's put in our doorway. We're not going to put an actual door because presumably it has rotted away by now, especially being underwater for as long as these buildings have. So in these areas over here that are above water, we will put in some of the mossy stone bricks to mix those in. And we'll have this part of the wall here have crumbled a little bit. And occasionally for the bottom 2 levels, we will replace some of it with the polished andesite. So one thing that we have to remember is that this building was once built with a flat foundation before it kind of sunk into the swamp. So we have to be careful with how we have our andesite blocks since they are bigger bricks. I think we'll have some as the door frame here. Maybe just one on each side. And then we also have some crackstone bricks to place in here. And those, along with some slabs and stairs, will make up the decoration for the walls. Alright, so now that we have the walls all texturized, we can add in the chimney here. And that will go up here. And continue up all the way till about here. One more. And then we can tear it down a little bit to have it have crumbled. And replace some of these bricks with granite just to add in a little bit of texture. And we can add some stairs in to have partially crumbled sections, as well as the occasional loose brick. So now that makes up our ruined chimney. Might toss a slab on the very top of there. And now for our ruined roof, we'll put down some stone slabs and some andesite slabs, kind of in a pile in the middle here. And what we're going for is that this was a slate roof and it kind of just collapsed in on itself. So we'll just have the slabs and such mixed in. We need to bring the pillars all the way down to the ground so that they aren't just floating. And I think maybe we'll have a few still kind of hanging on up here. Just as a thing of not all of them have collapsed quite yet. And then we'll put a few maybe scattered about on the outside here, just as if they just kind of fell off of a overhang. And we'll also scatter some bricks from the chimney about. And we'll toss a few slabs of those in there as well. So I think that is going to be it for our first ruined house. So now we have another 6 of these in various states of disrepair. This will probably be the most complete one. Alright, so I've got foundations marked out for another 7 houses. Since this house here is the most under the walkway, I've decided that this one is going to be a little bit more ruined than the others. So we're going to have this side over here be the most complete part and the highest. And we're going to try and make this one look kind of like it's been sunken into the mud. So we're going to use half slabs along there and there, which means we need to take these blocks out and lay half slabs along there. Then we can kind of repeat that on the other side here so that all of the walls kind of slope down towards that one corner. And then we can sink that block there into the dirt at the bottom. And then we can start with our mixing in of blocks. So since this one doesn't go above water, we aren't going to use any mossy cobble or mossy stone bricks, and instead are going to focus primarily on this polished andesite and cracked stone bricks, especially down in the lower sections. However, once we pass a certain point about here, we aren't going to need any, because all of the blocks after that where we've been putting the polished andesite will have sunken too far into the swamp to be seen. Alright, so I've got the foundation for this building detailed up, and I've got some of the supports in. So now what I'm thinking for this one is we'll have some of these supports have fallen in. So we'll get something like this in the water. Then on this corner here, we'll have another one kind of poking out of the mud. And I think on this side, we will actually have it still be intact. So now that more or less completes that building. Might stick another strut here poking out. That's about it. So our next little building is going to be this one here, which I've already gone and added in some of the detail. We need to have a bit more crumbled wall here. And mix in some slabs, regular bricks, and some cracked stone bricks. However, what we're going to do for this building here is this is going to be a ruined bakery. So we're going to need a wall here. Guess we can make it out of stone. And that will be just to divide up the kitchen from the main store. And we'll have that have collapsed a little bit. Now in the back here, we're going to need some ovens. So let's grab some furnaces. And we'll just kind of stick those on the wall here, along with some more brick and cobble. And then we'll have the occasional chest scattered back here, just as the storage from the bakery. In theory, we need actual shelving, but suppose we can put some shelves in here, I guess. Have some along there. And we will stick a few barrels in here. Guess just on the floor. Now this front part here is the storefront. So we have the entrance here. So we'll need some storage racks, some shelving here and here. Now we can't put any bread or cookies on there because they would have all been destroyed by the swamp at this point. And we'll put one more thing of shelving right along here. Alright, so I think that just about completes the first floor. We will have a wooden lintel here, guess. And then we will have the second floor have pillars there. Now that we have all of the support pillars in, we can add in the floor for the second level, or at least part of it. And we'll start off with some dark oak. Actually, you know what? I think that's a little too dark for the floor. Let's try some spruce. Alright, that looks much better for the flooring in here. Then we'll have it arc up so that this top part here is actually where it needs to be. And we can expand out where the floor is kind of cracked out here a little bit to try and give it a little bit more layers. Now that we have that floor in, we can chop up some holes in it just to make it look as if it's collapsed a little bit and decayed. We can put some down here as well, and that will serve as the floor rubble. Now we can add in bits of the roof that have fallen down, which we can really only put on these parts because the rest of these are lower half slabs, so we won't be able to set them on there properly. So let's put a few down in there. Actually, that's under the floor. That wouldn't get a single bit of rubble. So we'll have some there, and then some back in here in the kitchen. So now all that's left here is to mark out where the roof used to be. So let's do our usual pattern. Actually, you know what? Let's change this up a little bit and do 2 across on there. Because this is going to be broken anyway. So we might as well have one part actually get the middle. And we can change that up over here. So this one will get the middle on this side. And then I think this side will have collapsed downwards and have some of it have fallen into the water. So I almost forgot that we need to put in chimneys for the furnaces. Because obviously those need a way to vent their heat. So we'll have those ones sticking up here. And we'll have this one have fallen down and broken. And of course, a bit of granite mixed in. And broken bits, scattered bricks. And I think that looks just about good. We need to add some vines. Apparently I can't put vines on the back sides of stairs. Feels like that's probably a bug. And let's hang some off of the framing there. But I think that looks just about good for this little bakery. I'm sure there's some bits and pieces I could decorate on the top for the second floor. But quite honestly, I have no idea what to do for those. And we can add in some loose stones up there. However, that is going to be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.